Hola. Oh, I decided to get the Jaguar medicine out to get us connected. Hello, everybody. All right. So I have this wonderful altar behind me. Uh, all for you, all for our abundance day, all for our wealth day. Welcome to day 3 of the Intuition Awakening Challenge. So, why is it a challenge? Well, because I'm gifting you really powerful information, and some of it will hit and some of it won't. And some of it will go in and become a seed for later, and some of it will help you remember something you already knew in this life or other life. Some of it will trigger a series of synchronicities or serendipity or ideas or dreams or who knows what, because the whole point of realizing that we've been walking around with a disabled, disarmed, um, disgraced, right, intuitive body, and it's a vital part of us. It's like if you didn't have eyes. Okay, it's just as important. In fact, it's more important. In fact, in my opinion, that there isn't anything in your body, your smell, taste, touch, sight, or anything in your other higher subtle realms, like your inner vision, right? Or your ability to communicate in multiple languages in multiple ways throughout time and space. These different energy centers, these different glands, all these tools that we have within the body and within the light body, they are designed to work with the intuitive body, with the intuitive field. So many, many years I was seeking what's underneath that, what's underneath that, what's underneath that. And I kept going deeper into frequency. I kept getting drawn into energy medicine, frequency medicine, homeopathy, and then hypnosis just blew my mind open when I saw what could happen in a tiny bit of time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if we understood at all how powerful we are and how to use these faculties, use the body so you can be the hands, the taste, the eyes, the body, and the creator of the spirit world, of the divine, of everything, of infinite, of you, of your blueprint, of what you desired to come here to be. And even though most of us on this planet were never taught to want what we want, desire what we want, get what we want, feel happy when we get what we want, it's always been about holding yourself back and not listening to your inner truth to make everyone else feel comfortable, fit into this system, this gender, this religion, this family culture, whatever it is. So we don't care. We're not blaming anybody. We are not interested in playing at that level. Don't do it. Ah. So what we want to do, whoops, I guess I should put this on. Thank you. Is we want to recognize that we've displaced our perspective. Our point of view has been very far outside of ourselves, looking back at ourselves from everybody else's opinions and rules and systems, and attempting to fit in, attempting to understand, attempting to make money, attempting to pay bills, attempting to make people happy, attempting to find relationships, get jobs, all of that. Okay, no problem. That's operating in the third dimensional world, but you have a spiritual purpose. You made a promise to the universe, and they are putting it back up in my face big time right now, because I've been on this path, or my spiritual path, or my healing path, or my wholeness path, or my searching into ancient future wisdom. And why is it attracting me? And going through the ups and downs of life. There isn't anything that is going to take you out of somebody dying in your life, or a car accident happening or something. You won't intersect with the car accident when you change your intuitive communication, your regular daily reality, your perspective, your understanding that you are one with everything, that you are completely connected to the infinite divine. There's nothing you can think of, there's nothing you can ask for. You could ask for $10 or $10 million, and don't be worried about having to want the millions of dollars. There's problems that come with a lot of money, just like challenges that come with a lot of money versus not a lot of money, and everything in between. So what you want to develop isn't, I want a lot of that, and I want a lot of this, and I want this power, and I want that, this static thing. We have to unplug from that to truly listen to the inner voice, the inner authority, and that's you. And if you don't trust yourself, you still have a difficulty with your self-image. Totally get it. Spent my whole life never good enough, never good enough. Couldn't even speak out loud in front of people without turning red and blotchy and okay. Yes, it's true. So it's all about what we just did the last 2 days. I'm gifting you 3 classes in Intuition Awakening in the Sacred Magic Mystery School, where we combine Celtic, ancient Greek, ancient Egyptian, ancient Mayan, future, Pleiadian, Orion, all different realms, all different times. We communicate with the magic realms. We communicate with nature realms, celestial realms, elemental realms. We communicate with gods, goddesses, priestesses, people who lived on earth but aren't in a body anymore. We can go back and talk to anyone. We can go join any wisdom circle anywhere we want. We can move through time and space to etheric temples, to gatherings that are happening now, that have been put into our path, encoded into our spiritual DNA, which would include a blueprint, like a nut, like a seed knows what to do. I mean, it doesn't need a manual or a coach or a family to tell it what to do or what not to do. It just falls out of the tree, gets some water, and boom, everything it's supposed to do just starts to happen. This is what we're supposed to be doing. We know who we are, but we've been disconnected from it because we've been looking at ourselves from a different perspective. So today we're going to wrap up this incredible deep dive. And I love hearing from you. So please share. Hi, Susan. Hi, MK. Hi, Celia and Josie and Marie. Oh, okay. I thought it was Marty, but it's Marie. Hi, sweetie. I'm so glad. Oh my gosh. Thank you. What a kind thing to say. Marie said, thank you so much for your powerful gifts that you have been blessed with. What a wonderful thing to say. I want to tell you why. I see energy. I feel energy. I read vibration codes. I'm always being drawn deeper into different mysteries, decoding symbols, languages coming from stones, I'm learning Mayan. I speak French and English and pretty good Spanish, but I don't have great grammar, but I can have any kind of conversation, no problem. And a Mayan now, Yucatecan Mayan and Guatemalan Quiche. But there's symbols, right? There's the language of runes, or there's the language of alchemy. There's those little symbols, right? There's the symbols of what does the moon mean in the ancient Celtic realms, which I spent 16 years actively in when I was raising my children. I was on the ritual committee, beautiful Reformed congregation of the goddesses, beautiful, incredible earth-based goddess sisterhood, loving, helped me heal from my daughter dying, learned drumming circles, never heard of a direction or a color or anything. I'm not even sure I'd ever burned incense before that. And so opened me up to so many dimensions, so many worlds, so much reverence for nature, the communication that I was starting to have through my other work, which was I left fashion design and I got into pet sitting. And I did it just because I didn't know what to do. I just knew I didn't want to do fashion design anymore. And we moved to New Mexico and I had to hire a pet sitter. And this was way long time ago. I was like the 3rd pet sitter on the planet or something. And so I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I don't know anyone here. So I started that business. and grew it. And what it did was open the door to animals. And I didn't know I was looking to awaken my intuition. I just knew that everything fell apart in my life, everything that I had worked hard for. I had gone into fashion design. I came out, I worked for companies in LA. I started my own business. I went to $1 million in sales the first year. 3.5 years later, I'm closing it up. I get in an accident. They think I've broken my neck, and I start having panic attacks. I move out of LA. Every time I see LA on a TV, I start to have a panic attack. I had to find a chiropractor, never had been into that world before. That opened me up to someone who became my best friend, who was a massage therapist, but she went to a channel in Albuquerque. And Karen, hi Banu. And this became just one door after another was opening on my spiritual path. I didn't know what a channel was. I didn't know how to ask for this. I didn't know how to look for this. There was not a million YouTube videos. Okay. There was nothing. There was no internet. And yet spirit finds a way to guide you. And that's our inner GPS. That's our inner YouTube. All right. It's who we are, who we have been, what we went to. When I first started going to Banu and finally decided it wasn't fake, I sat in the back like, yeah, this is a bunch of bullshit. Where are the strings? You're all suspicious. And then you have experiences. And if you're open to those experiences, your intuition steps in. And that's a part of you that is overseeing all of your senses. And you have 360 senses. The ancient Maya worked with 20. I haven't heard of any other cultures that actively claim that. But the ancient Greece mysteries, which thankfully I embodied and I carried forward, they were conscious memories when I was 3. The first time I went there at 9, I knew what the temples were. I would tell the guide, oh, this is the temple of that, and that's the god of this, and blah, 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 blah. Nobody knew back then to tell me that was a past life, so I just know the vividness. I went to Florence. We went to Florence, and my parents were standing there with a map, and I was about 10, I guess, or something, and they were like looking for the Museum of the David. And I just went, oh, that's just 3 blocks up, and you turn left and walk about 3 blocks or something like that. And they just stopped and they stared at me. And then they went back to their map. They completely ignored me. Why would a 10-year-old who's never been to this town before know where to go? Right? And it was right. And everywhere we went in Florence, I had vivid memories, very much of the layout. I knew the direction, like that's the river there, and that's this bank and that bank. And there were certain gardens. And I ended up going there a lot because I grew up in London and my boyfriend moved to Italy. And so I would go there every chance I could. But the thing is that these are our intuitive body coordinating you walking past a garden that you used to live in, or fainting in a Paris movie theater underground, a very central Paris, I can't forget what it's called, underground of a mall, that I started feeling like I was buried alive. And we literally had to get up and leave. I can't stay here. I can't stay here. And I go into a restaurant and I'll smell something or hear something, or I'll feel a vibration and I'll go, no, we can't stay here. And Chris is just totally chill. My ex-husband did not like that, but Chill's just like, okay, And why? Because my vibration is so important. That's your portal for wealth. If you're not connected to your own inner truth, your own inner authority, what is optimal for you at this time for your next steps, not from your ego, not from your boss, not from your agenda, not from your obligations, not from your belief in struggle, not from your beliefs in lack, not from anything you were told that you're not good enough, or there's not enough, or you have to wait. I can't afford it. Kill it. Don't ever say that again in any context. Please stop it. All right? When the money appears, I'll do it. Well, you've just put money into a permanent rotation around your planet because you're in the I don't have it. So when it appears, I'll do that thing. So you never do that thing. You never move forward. And the doors that are opening in your infinite field right now with opportunities and miracles and connections, You have to understand that infinite supply is infinite, and it can come up with an infinite number of ways to bring you something that if you stand here and say, well, I can't, and I don't know how, and it's impossible, and last time I did this, it all fell apart. You can ask my clients who come to my retreats and are just blown away because they manifest the money, they manifest the time off from the job, they manifest the help for their kids or their dog, they manifest the things that they literally at first thought were impossible. What's really happening? I help you if you want to do that. So right now we have the UK retreat. We have 3 spots left. I highly recommend you come. This is going to blow everything in your intuitive field to a new level. And when you do the Intuition Awakening Summer Camp, we're going to do that for a few weeks, and then there'll be a few weeks, and then we'll go into the retreat. And so it's like a continuation. Here, you're going to go through the Lion's Gate. You're going to go in and have an activation every time together. You're going to let it flow through you. You're going to learn to hear and sense and understand, what does it feel like when intuitive communication is happening, or when block is happening, or when I'm messing with that signal, or when I am being a clear and open channel. What's the difference if I activate my light body and my sacred space in a very specific ancient Egyptian mystery school formula that has been married into the future matrix and connects you to every building block you need to create the reality you wish to create that is already within you, like a blueprint, like a seed? Wealth is not just money. What would you like a wealth of? What do you feel about wealth? Do you feel worthy of wealth? Does it make your stomach go down? Do you think, oh, yeah, I'm never going to be wealthy? Or do you think wealthy people are jerks? Okay, just take a moment with the word, because money, wealth, prosperity, and abundance, income streams, okay, these words, excuse me, these words all hold a vibration that you react to, that you were given somebody else's idea of what they meant. They meant you can have it, you can't have it. They meant pain, or they meant bliss. They meant desperation and hard work and many years and probably won't work, or you don't deserve, or someone else controls it, or it's up to someone else. Or they may hold, it's easy, it's here, when I do what I love, the money flows. I'm always held and taken care of. Money comes from, unexpected places. Money loves me, money runs to me, money stays with me, and money plays with me. That's from my very first book, Already Rich, which is still on Amazon. It needs to be updated because there's some old websites on there. However, it's chock-a-block full of these kinds of things that you can use to interrupt these old patterns. Think about supporting yourself to live the life you wish for. The life you wish for is not the life that your people in your life probably want for you. You might have a few people in your life, I'm one of them, who wants what's optimal for you. But in general, even people who love us very dearly do not have a state of consciousness yet to realize that you are a projection of them, and that if they want you to change, they'll do it inside. You, however, have to realize your wealth frequency lives inside of you. You could be sitting in the middle of piles of gold, and you are. You could be sitting in piles of invitations to speak or to teach or to work for somebody, and everybody upping your offer. No, we'll pay you more. We'll pay you more. We'll give you a car. We'll give you a driver. We'll give you your private office. We'll pay for your house. We'll pay for your car. We'll pay off all your debt. We'll send your children to school. Okay, why not? Is there overflow, or is there hiding? Does it feel like a burden? Have you agreed that wealth and money and prosperity and happiness and purpose and getting to do what you love and having the financial abundance as well as the friendship abundance and the opportunities when it comes to doing joyful things that you like for your body, like climb pyramids or go to the ocean, or to do meaningful work, or to write a book, or to express your art, or to go to sacred ceremony, or to what is there, because it's there and you imagine it. So the wealth is there and the prosperity is there and the way for it to happen is there. And I think I was talking about how it was at your fingertips, and it literally is. I want you to start to sensitize your fingertips. These are full of nerve endings. What are nerve endings? They're just a physical manifestation of an intuitive network. Your intuitive network is what we're going to work on in the Intuition Awakening Summer Camp, because it's a network that networks with other networks. So if I'm on AT&T and you're on Verizon and someone else is on T-Mobile and someone else is on, Virgin, okay, different mobile, I was trying to think of a British one, different mobile phone plans, I can still call you, but I get greater benefits if I'm on the same one. I'm on Apple. My kids are on Apple. If you're on Apple, we can do FaceTime. We don't have to use data. We get better benefits. It shares to our computer. There's better communication. There's more organization. It makes you feel calmer, makes you feel, oh, I'm not spending more money. I'm not spending more time. I'm not having to figure out a new system every 5 minutes. This is who I am. So you have come with an intuitive network and it's already programmed for wealth. And wealth means richness. It means what you value as worthy, what you respect. Okay. So do you respect yourself? Do you value yourself? Are you worthy of communicating with your higher self? Are you worthy of communicating with wealth? Easy, ready, now, not later. Are you lonely? Are you seeking friendship? Are you seeking people with like mind? Are you seeking spiritual communities? Are you wanting to go somewhere to refresh your soul, refresh your body, reboot yourself? You know that your vision quest of your life is ended and you're ready for new direction, and you just need to do it in a sacred way. Your intuitive body can just point you like that. Bam. You want that? Bing, 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 bing. Remember yesterday what we learned from that incredible quote, that your intuition, the Maya say it's a sense and it's as important as your eyes. And I say it's more important because it's a body, and that body envelops every other part of this egg energy that you're floating around in, with your root chakra all the way from your earth star up to your soul star chakra. This system that I work with, and I'm going to teach you an 18 chakra system that you can then activate your light body, activate your space, activate this intuitive network, and it creates the safe space. It creates the clear connections. It creates the ideal protection. It creates your connection to what's optimal for your highest good at this time. It creates all of it to be right now for you. And then you're in a space where your intuitive field, your intuitive body, your Akashic perspective, because that's the non-judgmental phase of you. Your higher self is another part of you that knows more of you, that doesn't see you through judgment, that doesn't see you through emotion the way you do here. But you are divine, and you're every one of those divine levels. So you can see through your physical etheric body, where you're not quite as intensely inside of your body, but you're seeing it from, oh, you know why this might be happening. You're having more of an intuitive connection to what your body is saying to you. I want you to give your auric field right here, right? Literally kind of outlining you, radiating from you. It's very palpable. You can do energy work. You can do massage in this, okay? I'm trained in all kinds of massage, all kinds of energy healing, all kinds of shamanic healing, all kinds of astral travel, all kinds of vibrational medicine. And I've been doing it for decades, and it blends together, and it helps you create your reality, your world. All right. So the energy field, just because we don't see it, is just as powerful. And I've released people from severe pain in their physical body. They're so much in pain that you can't touch the body. They'll just scream with pain. In fact, you can't even get within an inch or two because their nerves, their auric field will pick it up and it gets too intense. The energy field, actually, you never really touch. It's energy that touches your radiating field, touches that radiating field. So don't think you have to see it and let go of the beliefs. I have to see it to believe it. I have to prove it through someone else. This is a journey of self-realization, like we said yesterday. And when you realize that you yourself, good, bad, and ugly, failures, losses, successes, your pretty butt, your saggy old butt, whatever it is, it's all absolutely exquisite because it's a container for you to live out a divine plan. And your divine plan is destiny and it's fully funded. So you didn't come here to struggle. You came here with the wealth of information, with a wealth of opportunities, with a wealth of guides, with a wealth of friendship, with a wealth of alone time, with a wealth of breakdowns, with a wealth of deconstructions and reconstructions. Okay. We're all here for that. You didn't do anything wrong, and there's nothing to fear. You have to surrender, trying to hold on, trying to hold back, trying to figure it out, trying to control it. You are the seed. You are the soul. The seed is in you, okay? The spirit is infinite, and it is in supply to you 24/7. You could literally change. I have my hand on a hot burning stove and I'm constantly stressed out and in pain, to, I told you it's right at your fingertips, to just doing this and putting it down inside of like, oh, everything is so beautiful and harmonious and flows. And I love being supported by infinite supply. So wealth is not money. It is so much bigger and so much better. And if you can let go of your cravings and your pains around the money, 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 I need the money, 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 everything will come. And if money is needed, that will come too. But there is so many other forms of wealth that will transform your life, that will manifest what you want, that will bring you bliss, will bring you physical healing, will bring you connection to your higher self, connection to the goddesses, connection to the fairies, unicorns. My clients speak to everything. And not everybody speaks to everything, but I get to see the variety of what people really, truly wake up to. So I shared the story about 3 years ago, I think, at one of the Mayan retreats. We went to Tulum. We did the activation. The iguana came up in physical form, went through our circle, licked all these things on this one woman's coat and someone else's shoe, and went around and then brought her baby up. And then this woman who'd never in her life communicated with an animal, had intuitive words come to her, had intuitive downloads. She came to my event because she was waking up naturally. So she was seeking different things for about a year, but she hadn't been to anything as powerful as the work I do, especially when we combine it live in a retreat, or we do the work we do next week, starting for this, or this Friday, I think we're starting the intuition class. We go deep. I'm working with every level of your being in every time and space that is optimal for you at this time. And that is happening because you enter a sacred space that is only going to bring you what is optimal. And then you're going to start to see from different perspectives. And then you're going to start to realize everything's unfolded perfectly. And I was over there judging my ass off and judging that person and judging this person. And you get to complete, and you get to relax, and you get to dissolve, and all of that tension and all that energy that you are using right now to speak poverty into your life, to speak lack, to speak struggle, to speak a lot of time, to speak, I can't right now. It's not the right time. I can't spend the money. I can't afford it. I shouldn't spend the money. I can't ask for the time. I told someone else I did this. I can't do what I want. There'll be consequences. Oh, that was a big one for me. It still kind of pops up every now and then. And I just listen to it because I think, well, maybe it's actually a guide saying, well, there might be consequences you don't like. So do you want to look at them before you go? And then it's just information, but not letting it control you. So your intuitive body is asking right now for you to resurrect it, for you to renew it, to do what we did in the first day challenge. There's a 30-minute activation there. Doing any and all of these for 7 days is a very magic and powerful number, and it activates something within you. If you can do them 7 days in a row, that's great. But I understand you now have 3. So don't get overwhelmed. Use your intuition. I did number 1, and then I did number 2, and then I did both of them last night. I did number 2 first last night. That was what I was intuitively called to do. And it ended, and I was still awake. I do them before I go to sleep so that I am going into dream time programmed with this information, activated into these states that I'm gifting you with. I am working with your light body. We're reweaving, we're releasing old vows, beliefs, things in the mental body, things in the auric field, things in the DNA, things in the cell, things in the brain. We're rewiring old patterns that you don't need anymore, and yet maybe you've shed them but not let them go. Your intuitive body needs you to clear away, and we've given you the tools to do that. That's part 1. I got this epic text from a client yesterday saying, "Oh my God, I did number 1. I had the most incredible experience. This dragon came and looked me in the eyes, and we did this and that and this, and this whole journey happened." And she's like, "I signed up immediately for the Intuition Awakening. I knew instantly I have to be here." So this is often what happens. You're going to come into a circle of people who are ignited, who are on fire, and together our energy comes together to awaken a space where we all go further than we would alone. So in this space, you're here to re-enroll yourself, we talked about yesterday, and that was really self-realization, realizing that you made a promise to the universe and re-enroll yourself in that promise. That promise means I'm not going to go please everyone else and live everyone else's life and think that I can't have what I want. I'm going to step back into my truth, back into my power, my path, my purpose, and be in peace. When I'm in peace, I'm in the center of my being. When I'm in the center of my being, I realize who I am. I recognize who I am. I become aware of who I am. And that includes the parts I have shunned, I have locked away, I have blamed, I've been afraid of. I went through a phase many, many years ago when I realized that I had shut down a part of me that could speak up. And as you can probably tell, I can speak up, but I wasn't that way. I never asked for what I wanted. I was afraid to ask. I was afraid to be seen. Even in college, I would walk around for an hour in a department store before ever asking somebody, "Where's the bathroom?" I was so afraid of people seeing me. And now I know I have lifetimes of torture and lifetimes of being burned at the stake and lifetimes of being ridiculed and outcast and lifetimes of suffering and lifetimes of debtor's prison. And these things are here to be cleared right now because of the fast evolution we're in. So that's another reason, if you can get your wealth frequency, the idea that it's money and it's happiness and it's feeling fulfilled, living a fulfilled life is what my beautiful partner Chris is all about. That's his new business focus, his writing and his art, and living a fulfilling life according to who? According to you. And then letting go of all the stories you were told of what you had to have to live that fulfilling life. Because believe me, when shit falls apart in your life and you have to look for a different way, you have to survive in a different way, you have to trust the universe that things are going to happen. You don't have a choice. You're just shoved into that. You're a heroine. You're on the hero's journey. And guess what? Everything you need is already there. It's there before you get there. Now what you need to do is start saying, when I get there, everything's waiting for me. The abundance is there. The support is there. The rest is there. The answers are there. The solutions are there. That is being in a communion with your intuitive self and having a wealth frequency that says everything you deliver to 1 hour from now, in that moment, I now, because you have to be the one to say it. No one else can be inside of you commanding, asking, placing the order. If you don't say I, then I am gets chosen by some old pattern, some fear, someone outside of you that can push you. And then you feel like emotional triggers, and then you react in old ways. All of this is to interrupt the patterns that have you believing in lack, have you getting disappointed, having you craving something you don't have, having you believing you can't have something, you can't afford it. In what way can't you afford it? I'll tell you what you can't afford. You can't afford to wait anymore because you're just going to suffer more. This underlies everything. Do you need to know where your soulmate is? Do you need to know when to move? Do you need to have more confidence in your body? Do you need to speak up? Do you need to get your book out there? Do you need to find the paths of money that are ready and waiting for you to come to support you living your spiritual life? Are you ready to say financial abundance comes to me through my spiritual work, through my passion? I'm ready to open and unlock those. I expect them. I know they're there. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm open. I'm receptive. This is what you're going to do with me. This is prosperity magic. This is grandmother wisdom, timeless, eternal magic. Like we mentioned, get into the eternal now, accept everything is there, and you don't have to go talk to any of it. You just set it down and turn. Now it's your turn. That wealth frequency looks like what? It feels like what? What does it feel like to feel wealthy? Again, I want you to start to play with that idea for a while and look at, well, what do I think wealthy means? And do I feel like wealthy's over there and it's unattainable for me? Do I think it's going to take 30 years, someone else's agreement, me going back and getting a new degree? What is between you and wealth? And then remove it from being only money and say, if I feel wealthy every day, what would that feel like? Now you're communicating with all parts of you. You're in the center and you're asking wise questions. And your intuitive body, to the degree that you have awoken it, you've resurrected it, you've told it you want to connect to it, you want to talk to it, you want to believe in it, you want to nourish it, you have to build a relationship with it. It's been locked away. It's been disgraced. It's been untrusted. It's tried to save you time, money, and direction, and you've ignored it, or you've belittled it, or you've let somebody else's opinion go ahead of it. And now you have distrust. But the distrust is a reflection of you. The distrust is inside of you. There is nothing outside of you that is not in you. So the wealth is within you. And that frequency is flowing right now just as strong as the poverty frequency. What are you supporting? What are you speaking your words to? What are you giving your energy to? I can't afford it. It won't ever happen. I'm going to do it, but it'll probably fail. I'm going to do it anyway, but I hope it doesn't fail. I'm going to do it. And I hope to God I'm not embarrassed by running out of money. I hope I don't make the wrong decision, but I'm going to do it anyway. What version of the words inside or coming out of you are creating a rhythm, are creating a flow? They're creating a drum circle. Now they're drawing in other frequencies. You are wealthy when you have a rhythm that is to your heartbeat, that is to your soul. And that is only when you value yourself, when you respect yourself, you realize yourself has the wisdom within you. You love the parts of you that were too loud. I was too loud, and so I shut down that voice. And then I had to go out and find it. And you saw how great I was at putting in programs life after life to never let myself speak up again, because it got other people killed. It got me killed. It got my money taken away. It got me disowned. It got me tortured. It got me into debtor's prison. It got me a lot of stuff. And did I know all that? No, it's been many, many years doing this deeper work, shamanic work, past life work. You don't need to know all that. Although I do readings during this for people. I help you through bumps you have, because what's going to happen when you step forward and say, okay, I'm ready. I am ready. I'm ready to connect to my intuitive network. I'm ready to know what mine is. I'm ready to see, feel, sense, reconnect, listen to, communicate with, trust, rely on, get into a co-creative flow with my intuitive network, because it connects you to what you see. It can put an overlay over your eyes, and suddenly you start seeing auras or energies or spirit guides. Your intuitive body can put an overlay over your ears. You may suddenly literally hear spiritual guidance. Or you may just know, or you may see a vision, or you may have a word come in, or you may have a synchronicity, and you may not notice it now. And then your leap will be, I noticed how many synchronicities there were today. And you know what? Now that I look back, I think they're happening every single day. Yeah, They are. The doorways on the path of your bliss is encoded into your spirit journey, into your soul's path, into your life purpose. And you have within you, if you do this work now, you awaken things that are ready to connect to you. If you don't do this work now, those things may wake up tomorrow, they may wake up in a year, you may not get to the frequency, you may not show that you're ready to that part of you. You may not get, you have to reach a frequency where you can communicate. So this is all about raising your frequency, understanding states of consciousness, understanding that vibrationally you have all these different ways of shifting your state. And when you shift your state, you connect to higher realms. You connect to wisdom. You connect to medicine. What does that mean? You could download medicine from the sun that will heal something in your body, bring it back to wholeness, bring it back to balance. It'll bring your emotional field into some form of new power, new connection, new sense of freedom, a lightness, a willingness to receive. All the things you crave are these states, and these states are already here. So what is between you is the bridge of your intuitive network. And your intuitive network is like a bridge, like a rainbow. It has all the different frequencies, all the different spirit guides, all the different energies, from the goddesses and the fire priestesses to the green men. Oh, you can't see my green man. To Thoth, and to all of these beautiful energies around us and in the earth and in the crystals and in the stones. And we've talked about how full this is, not just from the symbols, not just from the stones, not just from the reason it was built and then the 2 other temples that are inside of it, not just from the ceremonies I've done there and activated, and people who've remembered their lives or awakened their intuitive talents here, not just from the wisdom of the people and the priestesses that learned here. This is Uxmal. We're going there in December. Make sure you check out. Very sacred retreat to prepare for a future era coming of peace and beauty. And we have to prepare to be able to enter it. So look at that. That means the stones near you and in your house and in the land you live on and in the walls and in your floor and on the path you walk in the morning in the garden and everything. And you need that bridge, because you don't want to take in some of these energies. And maybe you do. Maybe like every time I'm around that person, I just take in all that negativity. Then you need to immediately tell, in an honest communication with your intuitive body, my wealth frequency vibrates at a level of infinite supply. And that infinite supply is bringing me what? Peace, harmony, people on my field of bliss, doors that open miraculously, surprise refunds, surprise income, money coming from many sources, opportunities opening, new things I never even knew I wanted, better and better opportunities, invitations in the email, more and more time that I have to say, weeding through all the incredible opportunities that are very aligned with exactly what I would love, and also leading me into the unknown and into the uncertainty, into who I came here to be, because I'm ready to be what I came here to be. And I've been living in fear, and I've been living in limitation. And even as I've been waking up, even as I've been opening to these new levels of communication and these new travels and these new spiritual realms and these new guides that I communicate with, I know there's so much more. And the biggest thing is that I'm ready for that bridge to open. I'm ready for the guides to come. I'm ready to cleanse and purify my wealth river, that frequency that flows to me, so that I only take in, I only digest, I only absorb, I only infuse myself, I only put myself near, I only feed my mind, I only feed my thoughts, I only feed my emotion, I only feed everything in my reality a very specific diet. What is the atmosphere on your planet? Your body is the projector for the planet, for the world that you decided to create on your divine destiny, in your divine plan. And that lives in your soul star in your higher self, and you can communicate with it. You can go sit there, you can talk about it, you can look for that higher perspective, you can get out of judgment and look at what's happened. You can see the path forward, you can go even higher, you can go into your I am presence. This part holds the angelic realms and the realms of spirit and the realms of all the portals that go into your spiritual blueprint, the parts of your light body. You could go into your body elemental. You could talk to your body. Why is this happening? What's going on here? What do you need? What do you want me to say? What is your intuitive network saying now? You want to talk to your dog, your animal? You want to talk to a cow? Wow, I love them. They are amazing, by the way. You want to talk to an animal that you were very close to as a child. You want to connect because they were a spirit guide that's now on the other side that wants to feed you downloads of information that are going to heal you, that are going to guide you to your next level. Do you want to go? These are all things that happen to me and my clients. All right. So if you have spirit guides, if you have power animals or totem animals, if you're drawn to fairies or nature spirits or unicorns, surprising to me how many people actually see and communicate with unicorns. So it was something that I would have thought, oh my gosh, I wish that would happen. It's not true. It can't true. I really do. I think I only connect with them that physically through my clients. It's quite amazing. They're in my life. They're very, very powerful. And there's a realm that I connect with, but more like a sister, like a fairy queen, talking to another fairy queen realm. So we all have ancient wealth experiences. And I'm talking about spiritually. I'm talking about financially. I'm talking about materially. I'm talking about in love, in community. Wealth in community. You feel safe in your community. You feel seen. You feel supported. You feel loved. You feel you might want to break out, right? But you have that sense of wealth. What would wealth be like in your family? A wealthy family relationship. Your wealth frequency is going to be what vibrates through your blood, through your cerebral spinal fluid. It's going to be going into your glands that produce serotonin and melatonin and DMT and open you to cosmic experiences, to connections with star beings, star nations. I used to go through that channel, came from the Pleiades that I told you about, Benu. And I became, after I had some experiences where I was like, I didn't believe in this. And then I happened to be right there behind this little woman who was channeling Benu. And it was at a bookstore, and there was like the Pleiadian Benu would come into her and then talk, and then we would have a break and then have a second session. And he would stay inside her body during the break, and he would walk around. And so I would sit at the back because I didn't believe in this, and I was there. So spirit had to like boom, 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 keep saying seeding, 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 seeding. And now I can't imagine like not being a channel and everybody knowing they're a channel, and oh my gosh. So during the break, I would always I would leave. I'd go to another room. I didn't want to be anywhere. I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't know what to think. And I was in another room, and I turned around from looking at a bookshelf, and he was standing right there. Boom. And I just went, oh, and it terrified me, because you have to remember, I was very new on the spiritual path. I didn't know much. I'd read a few books. I was meditating. I was doing work on leaving my body consciously. I was working with animals. I was starting to naturally communicate with animals. I started doing telling to touch, energy work. But these things were unfolding and simultaneously, and then I'm in the land of enchantment. I'm in this ancient land in New Mexico that earth energy is there, and the ancients there, and right, all that. And then you see the UFOs flying around. So it's a very magical place. So I was in an environment that was accelerating me. When you go on a retreat, when you go live a certain place, when you go visit something, that environment can accelerate your connection, cleansing, your releasing, your completion. Maybe you cry, and you finally feel free of your breakup or your divorce or your loss or your breakdown or your loss of money or you're being disowned by your family. I've had many of these happen. And they're all portals. They're all portals. And so when you're connected to your intuition, you don't go into fear. You go into, okay, what's this? You stay in the present moment because you know opportunities are there. You know that along your path of bliss, if you are listening, if you're being in the center, if you're connecting to that intuitive body, if you're giving it more and more of your value, of your respect, of your strength, that wealth frequency is going to be going up. Because what is underneath the bottom of wealth? Trust. You have to have a foundation, not a foundation the way we were taught, like have a bunch of money in the bank, invest in a lot of stocks, buy a lot of this, own a lot of that. All that stuff can go away like that. And it has for me and many people. So there's nothing wrong with having that, but don't think that that makes you safe and secure. And we were taught that it did. We were taught that you work hard, you save, you suffer, and maybe you get what you want at some point. But for most of all, you hoard it, you keep it, you don't trust that it will be there. You don't trust that there's enough for everybody. You have been programmed with serious lack consciousness, serious limited poverty belief systems. Anything that says, I can't, there's not enough, time, money, help, support, energy, freedom, airplane flights, blood, I don't know. Pick it. We live in a world that speaks lack, and it's being spewed out all around you. Are you speaking lack too? Then it's a part of your wealth frequency. Your wealth frequency, you can imagine as a stream of energy that's pouring through your central channel. Your central channel is part of your light body. It's a structure that comes down here kind of around your spine. It goes through the center of your chakras, which go way out and intersect every body. So when you are receiving this, and it's happening 24/7, and it's actually coming in through a vortex called the tube torus, and it's spiraling around. And that vortex is drawing from thousands and millions of different colors or different opportunities. He's pulling threads to weave the tapestry of your reality from the infinite field and drawing, the yellow, the green, the blue, this other blue, that green, that, and they're coming in. And then if you look at it like a vortex, you see all of those strands of color coming in, and they're coming down the center of you. And this is your wealth stream. It is bringing life force energy chosen just for you, drawn from the infinite field so that you can create whatever it is you want. And it is gifted to your body. It's gifted to your chakras. Then your glands can produce the chemicals and the hormones that they need. Then that will trigger the opportunity. That will get you to raise out of a low frequency of shame, blame, anger, fear, victimhood, condemnation, judging. All of these things keep you stuck. I'm craving this. I need this. When I have this, then I will. No, you've got to have it now. You've got to let go of needing it. You have to be in that, or it will always be something you crave and need. You will be stuck in Groundhog Day. You will live that over and over every day. And if you don't separate from the stream of people speaking and telling and reporting the pain and the lack, you are adding to it, or you are adding to an abundance flow. And that abundance flow then has to be something that you decide on, because you don't want an abundance of everything. So I want a wealth of joy. I want a wealth of delight. I want a wealth of charming experiences. I want harmony, peace, and bliss. I want a wealth of interactions with nature in the most beautiful, magical way. I want a wealth of gorgeous sunsets that treat me with the most incredible download of magnetic, divine, ascended master rays that heal my body. I want a wealth of energy and a wealth of ideas and a wealth of creativity and a wealth of clients and a wealth of opportunities and a wealth of connections with people who are on my field of bliss and on my path of bliss. I am ready for that kind of wealth. All right. And anything that's required for me to live in that flow, Not that river over there, the poverty river, the limited river, the rapid river, the one that buffets you about and dumps you over, the one that you're constantly clutching the sides of the boat. I want the river that holds me and I flow in, and the rainbow bridge comes in and it weaves the tapestry of any color, any frequency, any idea, any state, any time that you knew it, any wisdom you need, any inspiration you need. It's already here, and it will be delivered to you based on exactly how well you communicate through your intuitive body. Because your intuitive body is not going to let you only crave and force ego desires. And ego desires aren't just, I want a lot of money, just give me a lot of money. I have to have a lot of money. I'll never be good enough unless I have a lot of money. Or it could be, I can't get over my addiction to food or to approval or to always saying yes to people, right? An addiction is something that you feel like you don't have power over, okay? If your intuitive body was connected to you, would your intuitive body be telling you, you don't have any power, you don't have any power, you don't have any power? Or would it be pointing you saying, oh, you're stuck with that? No worries, right there, right there, right here. Here it is. Oh, it's on your left finger. It's right there. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Draw it up now, draw it up into your heart. Okay. Oh, you're going to start filling your whole body with this intuitive flow of this new medicine and this new energy. When you connect to your intuitive body, you draw from it. It sends energy into you. It looks like a kaleidoscope, or it looks like a deep forest, or it looks like a loving mother, or it looks like a star, or it looks like a deep, deep womb that wraps you in the darkness and makes you feel complete surrender and bliss, because you trust so completely that you have this connection, that every part of you already knows what to do, that you've already done it in another time and place, and you will be delivered to that moment with this intuitive body by your side. And now you're going to commit to opening the senses that you've blocked, to releasing the commands that you speak that block your wealth, that keep you from abundance, because you have it all around you. It isn't the economy. It isn't your paycheck. It isn't your job. If you're saying, well, I only have this job and I only make this much and I only see this much and I don't have any credit, you're looking at the wrong thing. You're not talking to your intuitive body. Your intuitive body is not interested in only looking at what you can perceive, because you have limited perceptions and you're stuck you're looking at that window like the fly. Oh, I want out. Oh, I want out. There's what I want. There's what I want, until you die on the windowsill trying to go for what you want in the wrong way. You can't go against divine laws. You can't go against your own programming. You can't see from outside your own perspective unless you do this work so that you can connect in a clear and open channel with your intuitive body and consciously command, co-create the confidence, the peace, the centeredness, the creativity, the trust that this wealth is here, the information is here, it will always be here. I know how to access it every moment. That abundance comes to me that is optimal for me at any moment. Optimal for my physical energy in this moment because I want to go for a walk. Optimal for my mental energy in this moment because I want to write a book, or I want to deliver a speech, or I want to receive information through this lecture. Optimal for my loving, compassionate listening because I'm going to go sit with my mother, my grandmother, my daughter, my sister, my dog. I'm going to sit with myself. I'm going to sit with this tree. I want to connect to this. I want to connect to the truth and the wisdom of the ancient Maya. I want to connect to the priestesses of Isis. I want to connect to the angelic realms. I want to connect to the soul of my business. It's got its own entity, and I'm operating as if I'm the one in charge, but you called me. We're in it together. I want to talk to the soul of my business. I want to talk to my money. I want to speak blessings and multiplication over my money when I pay something, when I receive something. I want to notice, what do I think the minute the money comes in? There's not enough. It's never going to go far enough. Oh, good, there it is. Oh, I wish it came sooner. Or, oh my goodness, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this. Thank you for this. More of this, please. Send that out through the intuitive network. It's your assistant. It's going to send your gratitude, your bliss, and your command for more. And it was so easy. I didn't even think about it. I was over here creating. I love that. More of that, please. Now you're in an intuitive flow. Now your wealth frequency is carrying you. And just like we went on that river yesterday, and the sacred feminine held us in the silver goddess flow in the hand of the goddess. Now you are the voice. You are the channel. You are the hands. You are the body. You are the life that was chosen by the infinite divine to come here right now, heal, align, become whole again. Let go of living a lie. Let go of the mask. Let go of the past. Rejuvenate, renew, realize who you are, accept who you are, enjoy who you are, travel who you are. And now we're going to go into our process today. So in our part 3, as most of you know, I guess you would call me a channel. It was never something that I said, I'm a this. I was trained as a seer and an oracle, an energy healer. I was trained with my psychic remote viewing abilities, my ability to see energy, talk to energy in many different frequency energy medicines that require a pure, clear, open channel for a pendulum to do medical analysis, medical intuition, learning things like hypnosis, understanding how the mind works. I can tell you right now, I know as much or more than every psychologist, every psychiatrist, every social worker out there, because of the level of what I've gone into to understand what's underneath that, what's underneath that, what's underneath that. Because once you get to a certain point, you're no longer willing to accept what you're being served. You're no longer willing to accept this is the way it is. The news says this is a terrible economy. Everything's horrible. Don't spend any money. Stay at home. Don't travel. The world is evil. It's not truth. It's someone else's truth. It's not the truth I want. It's not the truth I see. It's not the truth I live. Do you have a strong enough connection to your own intuitive network that it knows to help you break the pattern of listening to that or worrying as if it's true or believing it? If it takes you 3 months to grow a new neural pathway and 1 week to change your emotional field and 1 week to change your mindset, and now you're suddenly flowing, you're not being derailed by negativity, you're not living in what if, you're not living, well, they say this, you're living and listening to your own intuitive flow, then yes, your advice for your wealth of your money, your wealth of your job, where to work, where to go, that information is inside of you. So this is a moment of acceleration. And I am inviting you to come on a journey with me in this Intuition Awakening Summer Camp. I don't say this to scare anybody, but I honestly don't know if it will happen again. I pretty much feel that every year, but it's been 4 years now, maybe 5, and it's so powerful. People come back. Okay, that tells you a lot. It's not the same thing. In fact, you can buy the first few 1, 2, 3, I think, maybe even 4, because they were heavier on learning light body or how to manifest or how to speak with spirit guides. We had different themes. The theme this year is surrendering to this moment, surrendering to yourself, because you are ready to go very fast, very far, to be a creator of realities. This is the moment. This is the year that the ancient Maya said the world will split. That's in every ancient prophecy, that the world splits. It's doing it all the time. I don't live in the same reality other people live in terms of certain things. I don't watch certain sports, so they don't even exist to me. You know, it doesn't even have to be big dramatic things. It's just you live your reality. The more that you focus on what you love, the more specific you are with the universe, the more specific you are without craving desperation. You have to fill your wealth frequency with the vibrations of acceptance, peace, love, harmony, transcendence, compassion, joy, reverence, appreciation, bliss, happiness, play, fun, trust. Um, there's some other really beautiful ones that are dancing around. You've got to decide what are the ingredients, and then don't speak, and notice when you feel, so that as you speak the words of your reality, you start to say, I'm aligned with my soul purpose and my soul plan. And I wish to bridge now any gap that I have, past, present, or feared future, that keeps me from the most optimal clarity and connection to my intuitive network. I am ready to respect my network as wise, well stocked, prepared. I respect and value my own light body as containing everything I need. Every volume, every program, every library, every experience, every computer, everything I could possibly need is here. And when I ask, it is found for me. It is delivered to me from the Akashic records, from another life, from my liver, from my body, from my mindset, from my emotional field. Everything is encoded, and you are declaring now that all codes within all levels of your body must support your new rainbow bridge to your intuitive network. You are deciding right now and commanding, I am the I am. And I am the one that declares right now in this moment that my wealth frequency, that my wealth vibe, that the life force, that the Koyopa, that the Kundalini, that the infinite flow that pours to me and through me, that I can draw from anything I wish, in any amount I wish, in any time, now. There is no time gap. There is no hard work gap. There is no sacrifice gap. There is nothing that I need to wait for, because I now command that the optimal energies pour through me and to me. And now I see them, and now I feel them, and now I know they're here, and they're nourishing me. And I realize that I haven't been drinking from them, and I haven't been receiving them, and I haven't been valuing them. And I haven't realized that they have the vitamins, and they have the energy, and they have everything I need to awaken my meridians and my chakras, and to reawaken my imagination and my intuitive powers and my sacred feminine. And I'm ready to build that rainbow bridge, and that rainbow bridge contains everything that could possibly be needed. And as I am ready to receive this and start to be centered in within me, I am the divine in my human body. I am my divine blueprint in my human blueprint. I am many lives in one, and I connect and activate them now. So whenever you're ready, if you haven't already closed your eyes, relax and breathe in, as now these different parts of you that we are commanding and acknowledging, that we are moving with our intention, we are moving with our spirit guides in this sacred temple. And I now acknowledge this infinity healing chamber. And in this infinity healing chamber, bronze and copper, gold and silver, all forms of metal, from titanium to ones I've never heard, they flow around, creating a rare and unique sacred space. They say that you value metal. You see its frequency, and like gold, you value it. You desire it. What do you desire about gold? You desire the frequency of light, the frequency of the gold ray that contains every single other ray within it, and you can create any world in any way. It is your planet. Even lead is here. Alloys are here. The metals of forgotten times and blacksmiths, the metals of the swords that you forged in your mind, in your heart, in your hands. the memories of holding the power of a sword in your hand that holds only light, love, unconditional supply, infinite wealth. This is the moment. There is nothing keeping anyone from the infinite flow and supply. This sword of light now glows within you, and you see that is ready for you, and you command it. Now you light the path of truth, light, unconditional light, love, and infinite supply. You light the path and cut away anything that blocks it with gentle ease and grace, dissolving it into the light, absorbing it into the light. Now I command all poverty consciousness, all lack mentality, all beliefs and vows, all promises, all words and spells and curses that I say to myself and to others, all the beliefs that have created the paradigm I am within that creates poverty, lack, struggle, sacrifice, time, lack of worthiness, that creates the portals that suck away abundance as it approaches. They are sealed now. The lives, the vows, they are dissolved, they are completed, they are done. And now there is a new light. The metals now melt away. They begin to form a river like a volcano. This is coming from within you. This is the past and the pain that you believed in that blocked you like a lead box blocks Superman's supervision. Your agreements, your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs in the lack of truth of intuitive powers, your beliefs that there's a weakness, that it is not practical and responsible, that you can't have, that there is anything valuable in it. These are the lead box you have lived in. And this sacred special chamber today says your wealth cannot flow to you. Your frequency cannot raise to the level of gold and beyond. Lighter and lighter, full of the fire of the phoenix to rise from anything, full of the passion of igniting the soul's true purpose, full of the light of the moon and the sun radiating from within you that lights the path of bliss and opportunities and miracles, and transmuting everything flowing into you from this moment forward into light, into light, into light that vibes with the frequency of my optimal wealth. Frequency, flow, codes, passcodes, vibrational remedies, medicine, alignment, languages, symbols open their doors to me now. The wisdom of the ages that I hold within me, I trust and open now. The wealth is in my wisdom. I accept it. Grandmothers of the prosperity, frequency of dream weaving, surround me, protect me, weave me back into the tapestry of wealth, flow, never-ending abundance, infinite supply. It is here, it is now, it is the truth. I am that I am. I am the clarity, energy, and wisdom. I embody it. I am awakened. I am aligned. My highest intuitive expression is alive within me. I step up and I give permission to White Buffalo Calf Woman to bring the peace pipe, to bring the rainbow, to bring the moment of the white, pure, intuitive leadership anchored in truth and love within me. It is my time to radiate. It is my time to serve. It is my time to shine. I am embodying self-love at the highest frequency. I receive, I reclaim, I keep rising. My intuitive authority keeps opening new doors to me. I'm receiving intuitive guidance. I see it. It's flowing with me. It's walking beside me. It's underneath my feet. I can manifest money and resources and freedom with one breath. Your energy shifts now. Your intuitive body begins to glow. You feel a sense of strength and honesty, reliability. You trust yourself. The spiritual structure is showing itself. Your memories are here. You're vibrating with lives and realms. You're surrounded with love. Your power animals are walking with you. The flow of wealth is here. Is it a wealth of connection to your animal guides? To your spirit guides, to the roots, to the fae? Is there a divine animal speaking to you? Is the jaguar here to walk between the worlds with you? She is the sun. She is the moon. And she is the guide through the darkness. Is she here to help you ignite that higher frequency, walk into the dark chambers within you? Unlock the scarcity codes that you live from, you speak from, release the fear, the doubt, shift into your inner wealth channel instead of your inner poverty channel. Say yes, and you'll be flushed with the magnetic frequency of what you truly desire, of what is aligned to your highest good, to your spiritual power, path, and purpose that is optimal in this moment for your truth, love, alignment, bliss, joy, purpose, power, money, health, relationships, job, understanding. Say now, financial abundance comes to me through my spiritual path, purpose, powers, and passion. Abundance in wealth and spirit come to me through the work that I do in the world. And everything I do infuses everything I am with: the people, the places, the circumstances, the stones, the bones, the cars, the clothes. Everything is infused with my wealth vibe because I'm abundant and it overflows from me. I now refuse to use my intuitive body, my sacred powers, my secret wisdom, my ancient knowledge to create poverty, lack, struggle, or not enoughness in my life or anyone else's. I unhook and untie every life I've had, every life within this life, and every place I'm going. And I now only use my intuitive body and this beautiful bridge in peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Powerful, wise, wealth, money, intuition, the gifts, my expert skills, my powers, nothing will be used against me. They are always now offered to the flow of abundance within me. Open arms, open heart, open mind. I reclaim my natural alignment. The streams of abundance are pouring through me. I see and sense those individual colors that are creating the elixir that reactivates my prosperity powers. I feel the grandmothers weaving all around me, symbols rising from this infinite flow, the full color spectrum glowing, different colors coming forward. I accept this wisdom. I live in the power of this wisdom. It is here, it is now, it is mine, it is truth. The light of infinite intelligence guides my path. I receive it. I let it infuse my consciousness. I let my consciousness dissolve the path of anger, craving, lack, I am at peace. I am whole. My inner reality now radiates a new creative picture. You see it in your mind. You feel it taking form in your voice. You feel the emotions pouring from your belly, the joy, the harmony, the bliss. Oh my gosh, the most wonderful things happen to me every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ishel, 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 goddess of the moon, the rainbow, goddess of the earth, the crystals, goddess of the supply, goddess of my body. I am your voice. I am your communication platform. I am here to download your programs of wealth. I am here to be the body, to be the hands, to be the heart of your infinite, overflowing, unconditionally loving, creative intelligence. In big and little ways, I live fully today, bringing the future into the now. I am the light of lights. I am the heart of hearts. I feel the streams of love pouring to me from the heart of the sky, from the heart of the earth. Nothing good is kept from me. I am a clear and open channel for success, joy, infinite abundance for me and for everyone. All things are here now. All things are at my fingertips now. I now choose, sense, and give permission to what seems impossible, unattainable, far, far away, to be here now, at my fingertips now. I always see the highest good, the best light, the end result now. I feel it in my fingers vibrating now. I feel it in my mind. I feel my third eye tingling. I vividly see my immediate and endless infinite supply here, my wealth frequencies pouring through me. There is nothing missing. I don't need to think about it anymore. It is here. I let go of the past. I let go of needing to know. A higher power is all around me. We are moving. We are soaring. Our wings are unfolding. We're rising up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And I feel all the channels are free. The doors are flying open. My path of bliss is before me. I know that when I arrive in a moment, the doors will open. I want to be in the eternal now. I am fed by the rainbow. I am filled by the rainbow. I am floating along effortlessly now, knowing that everything that's ever needed is vividly here. My radiant health is perfect, permanent, all around me. My heart's desires are vividly coming to pass. Everything is here. It's not a twinkling of an eye. It's a willingness to receive. It's a moment of acceptance. It's a moment of self-realization. I am already rich. I am already happy. I am already flowing, communicating with the angels, the unicorns, receiving streams of loving, healing light from the amethyst, from the underground rivers, from the metals, the alchemy of moving my lead box into flowing gold rays of infinite spiritual sunlight that feed me and awaken my kundalini and open my potential. I speak from divine certainty. I speak from spiritual authority. I am the I am. I am connected to my intuitive network. I hand over the reins, and I am the one here. I live in the overflow. I command and speak with bold spiritual speech that I am the light of the universe. And I allow infinite intelligence to stream through me to raise my consciousness. I am aware of what I speak, what I create, and I decree now that my words are used only for love and abundance, to bless everyone and everything and every time, effortlessly allowing, flowing. The divine is here. I am at peace. I am in power. I am aligned with my purpose. And the prosperity is the truth. There is nothing that I cannot grow, create, uncreate, imagine, and one door will lead to one that I can't even imagine. I now accept my heart's desires are on an infinite upward spiraling vortex. And I travel that now with my new path, my new connection, my new frequency, which includes a wealth of clarity, communication, and joyful, purposeful fun. As I now embody completely this intuitive bridge, my rainbow bridge, the sacred part of my life body that the ancients took centuries and lifetimes to embody, I am here to embody now. And so it is, and so it will be. Now I choose. Is it now? Then say, so it is. Are you willing to fully accept it now? To walk into it now as you enter your body, as you come out and go through your day, as you move into your relationships, your conversations. When you look at your bank account, are you going to bless it? Are you going to thank it, even if it's $1? Are you going to speak blessings of infinite flow and divine certainty that it will multiply over and over with effortlessness because you've asked? Your radiant light, health, the flow of clients, purpose, creative inspiration, opportunities, time, the money to come on a retreat. Everything is here. It's at your fingertips. And so it is. I embody it. I accept it. I receive it. I live in it. I allow it to digest. I allow it to fill me. I allow it to be the rainbow bridge now, 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 now. Now surrender to divine flow and flow back into your body. Flow in through the central channel. Infuse your consciousness, your awareness, your everything you have done. See and notice how different your field is, how much is moving and flowing and is reconnected, how much has grown, how much is light, how much is functioning. You have an entirely new reality, body, world to step into, and you slide down in, pouring in over the brain, into the third eye, across the eyes, the ears, the jaw, the tongue, the mouth, the throat chakra. Everything is being infused with this new divine flow. You, infinite spirit, is my source. Immediate supply is here. There's no more waiting. I own now. I receive now. I accept that flowing through me in every moment is a spiritual passcode that unlocks the gate to me multiplying my abundance, receiving it, accepting it, living in it, creating from it, trusting it, moving to the next step, unfolding and unfurling. Everything I do with money is blessed and multiplied with the most beautiful harmony, peace, love, and infinite grace. Everything is divine supply in motion. I am here to be divine supply in motion. I am here to substitute all lack with abundance consciousness. I am here to substitute all perception of not enoughness with an infinite supply that has no limits, no requirements, no cost. Enter the body completely, flow into the heart, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers. Feel yourself immediately filling up, substituting every cell, every communication that has been living in your body, every natural pathway, every habit, every program in your cells, in your DNA that says lack, that says not, is filled with abundance consciousness, is filled with the possibility of the infinite, is filled with belief in harmony, miracles, and every possibility is here at your fingertips right now. The spiritual hierarchy is back in place. I declare that I am abundant. I declare that I'm no longer enslaved by any old patterns, any old circumstances, any old beliefs, no matter how long it takes to appear in my field around me. I have this rainbow bridge now. Now, as you flow down into your belly, your root, anchor into your hips, let your energy field now come more conscious, feeling your skin, tuning into the world around you, your feet, the floor, what you're sitting on. Feel that the rainbow bridge is pouring through you. This infinite supply is there. Acknowledge it. And tell yourself that you are no longer ignoring it or denying it. You're no longer going to forget it, pollute it, blame it, or distrust it. That you've left all that behind. And now you're going to vividly, immediately accept your endless supply, solutions. Everything is here. There's nothing to be done but accept. Accept that you're in the right place at the right time, that you've been blessed with this healing, that the vibrational frequency that you've been offered is already releasing, rewiring, and reconnecting in your mind, your body, your aura, in every level of your light body, a connection that is clear and pure and aligned to your highest truths, whether you know them or not, that this is happening and will integrate and it will continue to happen, that you will become the crystal clear channel, the conduit for the creations you came to create, for the businesses or the ideas or the books or the love or the relationships or the houses or the experiences or the moments. Maybe you're here to hold peace and just sit in the forest and balance the earth. Maybe you're here to rise to higher frequencies of remembering that you were a priestess of the phoenix, of the highest level of the fire, and that you know that we burn from fire, but we purify, and you can help people through that. Maybe you're here to remember that love is more important and you've starved yourself of love, and that love allows you consciously to speak abundance into your money, into your bank account, abundance into your health of your body, your relationships, and your friendships. Wealth is something you are magnetic to. What kind of wealth were you? And see now that you are a magnet for multiple streams, unexpected doors, gifts, openings. In fact, you now know that you expect that miracles unfold in every moment because you speak directly to money. You're aligned to wealth consciousness, empathy, compassion, love, acceptance, harmony, peace, transcendence, understanding. You appreciate, you revere, you multiply, you share, you feel one, you feel wise. You infuse it all with love. Be love, please be love. And the rainbow bridge, we give great thanks. White Buffalo Calf Woman, who has brought us the peace pipe, has brought us the rainbow, who brings back together the rainbow tribe. Ishel, which holds the rainbow, connecting you to your spirit, to the ancestors, and to the wisdom of the divine harmonics that live within every essence of every being, even you. This is a bridge, a very real bridge now that is attempting to integrate with you. You will need to allow it. You will need to release your fear. You will need to allow yourself to perhaps go through discomfort so that you can get to the other side. Surrender what you think you need and go with the flow. Let your intuitive body carry you. Is it best to sit in meditation or go for a walk? Is it best to go to a party or be alone? Is it best to take a shower or a crystal bath or a sound bath? Or is it best to go laugh and create? Is it best to go write? Is it best to go organize your money? Is it best to go speak blessings and forgiveness over yourself to what you have hated, who you have blamed, including money, yourself, and have you cursed your bank account? What is your intuitive body, the rainbow bridge, and all your guides, power animals, and the grandmothers of prosperity dreaming? We are all with you as you walk into this space. Create from love, be the clear connection to this, share this, embody this, and take this to the next level. This was a doorway that opened for you, a gift from your soul to help you remember, to help you renew and self-realize, to help you re-enroll, and most of all, to help you reconnect to the infusion of moment to moment divine wealth, infinite abundance, supply, support, and love in any form that is required for you. Accept love. May this circle be open, never broken, and this stream of wealth frequency flow to us, through us, filling us up, overflowing. And we share to the world, we share to ourselves, to our ancestors, to our past, to our bodies, we share to our home, to our work, to our business, we share to the world, to the schools, to the children, to the animals, to the roots, to the trees, to the skies, to the moon. We share to the waters, we share to the earth, we share to the animals, the insects, we share to the celestials, to the stars, to the Lemurians, we share to the Inca, we share to the ascended masters, we share to all throughout time and space who wish to receive this beautiful blessing. And now I am the radiant light. I am the wealth frequency. I am infinite supply. I am flow, divine flow. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take your time, enjoy yourself, have an incredibly beautiful and blessed day. I hope that this has, carried you into an entirely new realm. These were 3 very powerful spiritual mystery classes, 3 different views that we got to see of how the ancient wisdom and who we are now, which is vital, need to work together to bridge the gap that we've been living in, to bridge over the pain and the judgment and seeing ourselves as separate from each other, and to come into this state of unity, to come into this state of reunion, reverent reunion, to remember infinite supply is. It just is. It isn't waiting for you to accomplish something, finish something, change something, or achieve something. And the power that is at your fingertips, that is within your pulse, that is within your heart, that is literally within your brain and your mind, that is in your auric field, these are all encoded with both the poverty reality or the struggle reality or the fear, lack, whatever reality that you have been living or you are no longer living, but perhaps can still sense or are sometimes still recreating. So we're always at a phase of spiraling out of one reality into the next. And as we achieve an understanding of the truth within that, as something no longer trips us up, distracts us, pulls us off center, then we open to the new truth that is unfolding. Give me 1 second. Thank you. I have very dry mouth and lips. Um, you can't know what's next until you know what's now. And you are in the process of knowing what's now. And when we're in the future or the past, when we're living in lack beliefs that we're not good enough, we'll never have what we want, even though at the same moment we're saying, I want more, whereas more, I've asked for more, I've visualized more, I've learned meditations, I've gone on retreats, I've done pilgrimages, and I've had some results, but I haven't stayed there, or old fears are coming up, or I'm ready for something completely new, or I know there's something right there waiting for me. Where are you? What verge are you on? Because we're all on that. And what is being shed that you maybe can't see through because you're still inside of that perception of that mask or who you were. So awakening your intuition has to happen in a spiral. And that spiral is you come to this and you were called to this and you did day one and then you missed day two and then you did day three and whatever unfolds. The commitment, the choice you have with you right now is to go back, do day one, day two, day three, at least once, to come and join the Intuition Awakening Summer Camp, to just say, oh, I don't know how, or I don't know when, or I don't know whatever, but this is definitely the stepping stone I need. I can tell you that the rest of this year is just going to be more accelerated. Then we're going into the fire horse year. My goal is to prepare you and me and to have our structure of our temple together, of our pathways together, of our rising from the phoenix, ready to go into these fire years at the highest possible frequency. I do not want to be freaking out when things are burning down and falling apart and going really fast, and new opportunities are being birthed faster than old ones can be burned away. And I want to be in that new unfolding, not fear of what's burning apart. You see, the choice is inside of you. And if you keep doing this work, I've just really opened these new doorways to. It's very exciting. Do the processes, re-listen to the classes, take your notes, understand that you are, when you hear this, when you think it, when you ponder it, when you write a word down, when you say this stuff, please put it into your frequency. Make a song. I am infinite. I am infinite supply. I am love. I am light. I am infinite. Infinite supply meets me in every moment in time and place. And what is it meeting you with? Oh, just exactly what I love, which is, well, when I realize that I can have everything I want, that my soul already knows what I want, then first I want my soul to say, I want this, have this ready for me in every moment in time and space. Perfect. It's there. It is done. I accept. We have agreed. Now, I don't worry about that. Now, what do you want? I want harmony. I want peace. I want invitations. I want flow. I want excitement. I want to talk to turtles. I want, magic to come. I want to talk to ancient priestesses. I want to, meet the most incredible people, go on retreats and teach classes, because these are journeys. I get to go on these journeys too. If you come, your magic is coming, and I'm excited to meet your magic and see what kind of magic we're going to open to together. So let us all come together as we close this journey together. Unless you wish to join me in a sacred retreat in the UK, please do. Or if you would like to join this class or both, I would highly recommend that. Let's come together now. And we come into this sacred temple, the sacred space that's been created for us for these 3 days. And is now going to be the temple that leads us into this year of the snake, the year of the serpent, the year of the gold rising, the year of the coyopa, the lightning in the blood, the year of reunion, the year of unity, the year of reverence of my own powers, the year of hearing, sensing, healing, shedding all that holds back my connection from clarity, peace, and love, to be a clear and open channel to my highest good. I am here to shed all that. I'm here to receive the gifts of this year, the gifts that will shed away, and the reconnection with reverence, love, peace, and grace. I receive, I become the flow of wealth. I radiate it. I infuse others with it. I speak it. I receive it. I ask it. I visualize it. I telepathically communicate with only those parts that are aligned with my wealth frequency. And I enjoy my rainbow bridge every day, becoming stronger, more tangible, more aware, more aligned. We co-create together. And I dawn every day in more understanding of the magnificent truth of the world that I am here to manifest, to live, to enjoy, to unroll, unravel, unspiral. I accept what is now in this eternal moment, and I'm ready and willing, open and receptive to what is next, the most joyful, abundant that I can ever imagine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh. So that's where you can go. Oh, that's good. That's one. Here's another one. Here's the goddesses. The other one was in December. If you want to come to a mind retreat, we're going to have one next year. The goddesses in UK with me and Maria. And then we, of course, also have the Intuition Awakening and some private client sessions that went on sale that are still there, that are going to be taken down pretty soon. So if you feel that in the next 3 to 4 weeks, working with me would help take you into a place of preparation, help take you through maybe things that happened. Maybe some people died in your life a year ago and you're going through that anniversary, or maybe you're coming out of a relationship or into a new relationship with yourself. Maybe you're at a crossroads. Maybe it's your birthday. Maybe you realize the Lions Gate is then leading to these full moon, high moon, lunar eclipse, which is then leading to the equinox, which is then leading to through more layers of shedding in this year, which is then leading to this incredible year of the fire horse, which is going to be very strong masculine energy. You're going to be able to build, you're going to be able to create, you're going to be able to manifest so much so fast. But if you haven't resurrected your sacred feminine, if you haven't learned how to rise from the ashes by literally reconnecting to the fire priestesses, to the fire medicine, to the sacred divine feminine energy that's available right now, you will get burned, right? You will fall off the fire horse, ow. And I want you to be riding that beautiful way of manifestation, right? Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Hi, Brittany. Oh, hello, my love. Hi, Luna Marie. Chana Joy, Chana Joy, Chana. Brittany and Chana Joy are going to be in the England. So really make sure that you get there, because we are going to have the most powerful circle of women. I have seen visions of Chana Joy. Well, the most recent, she was coming out of a bakery. So that was fun. On the high street, I just literally woke up and I was walking down the high street in Glastonbury, and I turned, and Chana Joy came out with her big, beautiful smile. And she's like, and she starts telling me wonderful things. She always has wonderful news. She's like a fairy goddess mother, you know. It's like she leaves little sparkles everywhere she goes. And Brittany, I've seen Brittany go, and she's wow in a portal of unbelievable re-empowerment, at the same time going through the Inanna story, going through that underworld of literally going to the core roots of her sacred feminine, and her business and her sacred feminine powers are buried there. They're buried in Glastonbury. I haven't talked to you this week, I think, and I haven't told you that, but I have seen you unearthing treasures, and there's a big business breakthrough that happens in all different ways. And oh, hi, sweetie, hi. And Deb and Lisa and Tiffany, hi, you guys. Holy wow cow, LOL cow. Wishes fulfilled gave me that safe community for growing. Oh, that's true, right, Tiffany? Just so amazing. Every day I remind myself that I choose the meaning of everything, and it empowers me. I'm so glad. Communities like this are so incredibly empowering. And I love the combination, the flow that's that my business is morphing, and I have to go on more sacred pilgrimages, and there's going to be more opportunities for for you to come with me to some of these smaller, really sacred ones, and then to come to these big ones. And then we get into a group together where when we're not together, we're still supporting each other. And it's really that we're walking together in a realm that we're creating. And the more you choose, the more I get to choose. And I can feel the ripple of your choice. The more freedom you have, the more I know, you know what, there's all these wise women, there's all these other wise elders, there's all these wise people. They are already having all kinds of information, all kinds of wisdom coming forward. You can tap into that. It's like a library at your fingertips, right? Is there such a thing as missing the opportunity to connect with the spiritual aspects of me, like a timelessness? I feel like sometimes I've missed something, or that the door is closed, or that it's taking too long for me to get to it. And then I feel like not trying, but then something inside says, keep going. This is a brilliant question. I'm really glad. Morgan, oh my gosh, Morgan, you need to come to the Glastonbury Stonehenge retreat. I have seen you 3 days now walking on the beach. I've seen you with your walking stick. I've seen you with your hat. I've seen the wind blowing behind you. I've seen some really beautiful things, and you're connecting to earth energies through a staff that you're carrying. And as you touch the earth, it's like the ancients channeling that through the staff. There's some really incredible things that are going to happen. This is going to be an insanely powerful group, and we're doing some really beautiful magic, and it's doing in a really soft and beautiful and lovey-dovey way, and then in this really like cosmic way, and all this incredible stuff. So Josie, this is great. There's so many layers to the answer to this question. So I'm going to let Spirit really guide us to the simplest way to understand this. Yes, you can miss opportunities, and you miss them every single day. No, your life will not fall apart. You didn't screw up. You don't have to be afraid that you did it. You don't want to go into judgment about it. You don't want to live in fear. I'm going to miss the opportunity. What if I miss the opportunity? That's exactly why you are missing the opportunities. So you are self-fulfilling prophecy, okay? So if you start to think, oh, what if I miss the opportunity, or did I miss the opportunity? Well, I can promise you that this retreat in the UK is an opportunity. So it's an opportunity, or pick anything, okay? The Lionsgate is an opportunity that's coming up. That doesn't matter where you are if you're on retreat, but I'm going to use the retreat. So if this is an opportunity, then what does that mean? What is an opportunity? An opportunity is something that has specific energies, gifts, things that will be available. So let's use a art fair. And let's say that there is an art fair, a summer art fair, a fairy festival art fair. There's going to be opportunities at that fairy festival art fair to meet artists who make fairy art, fairy clothes, fairy wings, fairy paintings, fairy clothes. There's probably going to be fairy circles and fairy chanting and fairy dress up and fairy meditations and fairy weddings. Okay. There's a fairy ball actually happens in Glastonbury. I've got to switch over and stay. It's in like October, November. But I mean, hello. Okay. So opportunity is specific to that particular day. If you don't go to the fairy fair at that time, if you go next year, maybe there isn't another fairy fair. So you missed that opportunity. If you go next year, you meet somebody who has this awesome fairy wings, and you're like, I want it. And they're like, oh, here's the lady's name, and she'll be there next year. And you go next year, but she's not there. Maybe she died. Maybe she passed away. Maybe something else happened. Okay. So understand opportunity does come once in an exact form. Right now, this moment has Ish energy. That's the day sign of the Mayan sacred calendar. It's my sign. It's the sign of the sacred feminine shaman. It's a sign of the jaguar. It has very specific energies. You might not know anything about it, but you have an opportunity today for those energies to potentially support you, which is what I loved about doing this last activation on a sacred feminine jaguar medicine day. Okay. And so there were energies added you don't know about. I didn't have time to tell you all the other things I did, everything in my altar, all the things I burned, all the energies I brought in, all the magic I've been doing this week at the pyramids, climbing, talking to spirit guides, 3 days, 3 mornings at the pyramids at dawn, and the turtles out here and everything else. So all of this is opportunity. If you go now to the retreat, the opportunity at this particular retreat is certain people will be at that retreat that won't be at other retreats. Certain people were at last year's retreat that won't be at this retreat. Okay. And so were you meant to meet them? Did they have a medicine for you? Are they a love of your life? Are they someone who could connect you to a particular pathway, a particular job? Absolutely. If you had gone last year, would you be further ahead with your spiritual communication? Would your body have received a certain healing? Would you have made decisions differently this year about what happened? That opportunity was then, and you missed it if you didn't go. So it isn't that you can go into fear, because every single moment is an opportunity. What you have to look at is, who are you in relationship to that opportunity? Accept that there are opportunities everywhere, all the time. Right now, there's an opportunity for a job that just opened up, to be the president of a toy company. There's an opportunity that just opened up to work at McDonald's. There's an opportunity that just opened up to be a graphics art designer for a big web design company. There's an opportunity for entering a degree program at Harvard. There's opportunities opening across the planet, through time and space, beyond anything you could ever begin to tune into. It's infinite on top of infinite on top of infinite. So when you say, did I miss this opportunity? I feel like it's taking too long. I feel like that I did something wrong. I think I got on the path, but then I got off of it because something happened, right? I love this. Thank you. I'm going to stay and answer all your questions because I'm just having the most wonderful time. Hi, Christy. So you do have an opportunity to connect with your spiritual aspects. I'm just looking at your question here. Timelessness is who you are. When we were saying earlier, this just is, it's already there. It is you. But the you you're tuned into is the lack you, the poverty you, the you that's taking too long, the you that missed the opportunity. That question, that word, that story is creating your reality right now. But you don't have to go somewhere else. You don't have to become someone else to literally stop telling that story and start saying, well, if I'm timeless, I don't really know what that means. If I've missed an opportunity, if the door is closed, what door is open now? If you missed a certain door and it led to a train, and you went to that door now, but you didn't go when you were supposed to 2 weeks ago, and you ran through the door and you fell onto the tracks and got run over by a train because the train that was parked there isn't there anymore. Do you see what I mean? That opportunity was a train, but your connection to where the train is, when the train is there, if you're supposed to be on the train, if you're going to get killed by the train, if you miss the train, that's your choice. That's your power. That's you connecting to your intuitive network and telling your intuitive network, never let me ask this question. I don't want to miss the boat anymore. I don't want to miss the opportunity. And I don't want to carry around the belief that I have over and over in the past. That's called regret. Regret is at the state of grief, which is like the third lowest state in the universe. And it's an emotional pollutant that attracts all kinds of things to regret. Regret choices made around money, relationships, trusting people, eating certain foods, regret, 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 regret. Be very, very careful. And you've been in some things, so you understand the scale. Look at the scale. Now, if you believe it's taking too long, again, there's no time. So if something isn't meant to happen right now, and you said, okay, I'm going to pick something. I want to go to this retreat. Now, I had a lady who wanted to come to the March retreat, and she was even willing to come on a conversation with me. That creates a lot of courage. A lot of people aren't even willing to talk to me. Now, I'm not a salesperson like some conversations you might get into out there that are like, well, you better go. And if you don't go now, you're going to blah, blah, blah. I don't force anyone to go. And I have no interest in forcing anyone to go. And I'll often tell people, no, it's really not your time. This would be a better thing to do. And sometimes I can point you there. Sometimes I can help you with it. But I only want the aligned people. But I want you to speak up if you feel called to something and somebody says, do you need help? Don't say, oh, no, I can't. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Oh, I don't want to admit that I don't know where the money's going to come from. Honey, half the people who come to my retreats don't know where the money's going to come from, where it did come from, or why it came, or how it even happened. But they do it again and again and again until they realize, oh, that big thing that I wanted, and me being in that communication with them, right? Here it is. I see you there. I see you there. We're creating a vortex. We're creating more synchronicities. We're creating more strength for you to unplug from. I missed out. I don't have the money. What if I don't? I'm embarrassed. Okay. Not trying is a great idea because trying is a state of limbo. You can't try. You either do or you don't. So there's a big doorway right there you could look at. You are living in it's taking too long. You are living in I missed the opportunity. You are living in timelessness that is never allowing you to connect with the time that you're ready for, the now moment. Every time is available from the now moment to the Akashic records, and every life you've had, every future potential, every weird thing. The universe can create anything, literally could rearrange the entire world tomorrow, stop a world war, and make a world leader fly across the planet for some unknown reason, if that's what's needed for you to manifest. But you have to be the one that said, oh, this is what needs to happen. You figure out how. So if you are missing an opportunity to connect your spiritual aspects, that's your belief that you are disconnected, and that's where you're disconnected, and that's what you're creating, more disconnect. Then it's not going to just be from your spiritual aspects. It's going to be disconnect from your money. It's going to be disconnect from anything you figure is good because you value your spiritual aspects, and you know that that's good to do, right? So you're in the desire disappointment loop. You're at the state of consciousness of being stuck, being enslaved, being addicted. And in that state, you constantly are craving something that you don't have. Then you are disappointed because you don't get it, or you don't believe you can get it, to the point where you're disappointed before you even try. And that disconnects you from even trying. It's good to let go of try and then connect to your intuitive network and let your intuitive network tell you when to take inspired action, and not push it, not chase it, not force it, not think it's been taken from you, not worried that you did it wrong. All of that is going to keep building that reality for you. So one of the things I like about doing this intuitive work is literally leaping over all those problems individually and going to the core source, which is my intuitive network knows the best path. It's going to point the way no matter where I am. I could be in the dark. I could be in fear. I could be pain. I could be being tortured. I could be at bliss. I could be in ecstasy. I could be anywhere. My intuitive network is always going to know in the now moment what's the next best step. So I don't have to worry about it. Great question. Great question. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh, Margan, let's see what we got here. Dearest Margan, dearest Nan, I am a deep fan, and yet when we are in an altered state with you, phrases creep in that do not belong here. I'm about minute 68 to 73, describing the blocks to metal connection. So is also seeding non-positive things. No, you weren't seeding it. You wouldn't have reacted to it unless it was within you. I'm a reflection of you. Everything is a mirror. You're the divine inside the body, radiating something. Somebody else didn't even hear that. Somebody heard it and it reinforced their agreement with themselves that, oh yeah, I never do that. Okay. It was not a program unless you saw it as a program. So that means that for you, you have a very conscious awareness to seeding non-positive things, to fear of being programmed in a negative way, to noticing your negative programs. So there's different aspects of that. There's the part of you that has said, I want to know my negative programs because I'm ready to change them. Yay. And I know how much work you've done, right? You've done a lot of this. You've come to lots of my retreats. You do this work on a constant basis. The biggest thing for you right now, and I'm just going to share it with you because you showed up, is that, and because we've worked together a long time, is you have a deep poverty consciousness that's always flowing through. It's always wanting to control and blame. It's always saying, well, I have to pay these bills first. When this shows up, I'll have that. I can't spend that money. Oh, okay, I'll spend that money, but there'll be consequences. And you know this is true. I'm not telling, and I'm not being mean to Morgan. Don't anybody tell me that. I'm speaking truth to her because she's here to hear it, because she knows it. And this thing we just did today could be a really huge quantum leap that frees you from this very toxic stream that stays through. Now, the subconscious is always listening, 100% correct. What is it listening to? They may block the later constructive stuff. These ideas and phrases only belong in the conscious state as a contrast. At minute 74. So do you see that you left the process? You went into your conscious mind. You started to write down ideas and details and rules. And you even looked up numbers. You even gave, like, at this minute, you shouldn't do this. And at this minute, you can't do that. And please don't do this and don't do that. So I see what you've done here has been, from your perspective, very helpful. And yet what you've done is just given me instructions of how to channel the truth that is my teachings, my channel of truth, in a way from your limited perspective, from your poverty consciousness, exactly what we just talked about. You went in and what you became aware of was not, yeah, I'm done with that. And yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. And yeah, if that comes up, I've got the solution for that. And awesome. And this is opening new doors for me. And I'm being triggered. You're not being triggered to control the trigger. You're being triggered to show you the trigger is controlling you. You can only see that lack if it is inside of you and it's what you're programming, speaking, and saying. So this is really big. I super appreciate you offering this. This is really awesome. So a different teacher encourages avoiding the word releasing because it literally releases, intended with love, hoping to join you. Well, if that's your intention and that's what you believe, fine. Did your intuitive body tell you that? Is that what you have decided it means? Because releasing is one of the most powerful flows of energy that I have been working with for centuries in mystery schools with shamans. And when we release something, what do? We let it go from meaning something. We've imprisoned it. We've released it from having to be bad or good. We've released it from being stuck a block. We've released it from the role and the story we've assigned it to. And we are releasing it to be free-flowing energy, to release what? Joy, to release the codes within our soul that know exactly what we're meant to do, to release the time to run into our soulmate, to release the part of us that lives in flow, believes in prosperity, always sees everything. You don't want to release that part from the prison within you that's in right now completely imprisoned in poverty consciousness because you want to instruct. It's wonderful. And if you're teaching, it's fantastic. If this is important to you and you have a personal distinction, but I don't teach other teachers. I teach spirit. And in this moment, this is what spirit has offered. What I can tell you is I know that it's epically perfect and that you heard exactly what you came here for, that it triggered you, that it healed you, that it released you, that it reminded you, that it opened your senses, that it did whatever verbal words you want to get involved in. But words are limiting. And when you use words like, don't use this because it's bad, you've now labeled something. Now there's someone else here listening who's, oh my, I never thought of that. Maybe it's bad. Maybe I shouldn't do that. And they were working with the energy of releasing as empowering. Remember a truth I know you've heard me teach because you've been through my light body school. All energy can heal or harm. It is your energy, your story, your belief, your structure, your reality that infuses it and then connects to it and gives it its state, its meaning. So you can go from 0 to 100 degrees on a thermostat. We're going to say lack is 0 and abundance is 100. They're the same energy. They're only different in degrees. So releasing is the same energy, and you're putting it over here in the not healing category. So to you, if your belief is that saying releasing is harming you, then it's going to take that identity on. It's going to take on that role for you. And you're going to say, wow, I bet you I had this problem because I said releasing. Now I've gone out and gotten it again. Now I got to go figure out not to say that. I would never encourage anyone to go through a process we just went through and start listening to your conscious mind. That's a sure sign that you are not letting go, that you have a conscious control mechanism that is not letting you go into the realms, the doors that are opening. So like Josie said, am I missing certain doors? Yes, but you're here at a certain frequency. Margan's at a certain frequency. Josie's at a certain frequency. Tiffany's at a certain frequency. I'm at a certain frequency. And each of us is hearing this, is getting this, is having something coming up from within us that's either freeing, empowering, revelatory, or maybe just I went so far out, I barely know who I am, but I feel super blissful. Maybe someone else got a total download of how they have not been respecting their purpose with their business. They've been treating their business like something they have to chase instead of something they're co-creating with. Everyone here and everyone who listens to this is getting a completely different version of the energy shared here. And what was shared here was wealth, frequency, opportunity for you to make a choice on what story do you want streaming through you to feed you. There's a stream of energy coming through you. It could be one where you go, don't see this, don't say it that way. You said this, I'm not going to listen to that. Don't do that. I'm not coming to this. And it's fine. I love you. You know I love you. I'm in no way upset. In fact, I'm super thrilled that you shared that. I hope that either now or at some point you can hear what I'm saying, because this is an opportunity for a massive breakthrough for you. All right. And I'm politely and lovingly rejecting all of your paradigm, your idea, not on planet Nan, not in my reality as that happening for me. But you have, you have shown us a brilliant, brilliant explanation of how we all are in our own realities. We're all operating from completely different stories. We think everything means something different, depending on who you are today in this moment, who you talk to, how much you ate, if you got upset, if you have a headache, if you had an ecstasy-filled orgasm last night, if you haven't had one in 40 years. everything has come together into this moment in time and space to offer you a door. And I know for everybody in your own way, whether you want to offer it or not, you have come here and you have been gifted. You have been gifted. It's up to you how you receive it. If you want to judge it, if you want to figure it out, if you want to tell people what to do, or if you want to go inside and say, I'm not going to talk to the mirror anymore. I'm going to go talk to myself. So I would turn around and I'd go to a mirror, Margan, and I would say, you know what? You're seeding non-positive things. You're believing that things can seed non-positive things in you. You're not owning your power. Now I've listened to this beautiful thing, but I didn't really download it. You didn't surrender. You didn't receive the download. You stayed in your conscious mind. Now you know, hey, there's a part of me that wants to show me I'm still controlling from my mind. Great. Thank you for showing me you're here. What's the opportunity here? What's the connection here? What is the intuitive connection and communication that you're receiving through what's coming up, right? So saying poverty consciousness in this particular one was vital because we were cleansing and clearing. We were calling ancient memories and vows. We were unhooking. We were completing contracts. There were things happening multidimensionally throughout space on both levels. And that is the truth. You are unhooking and you are redesigning. You are embodying, but it's the same thing. So in reality, all you're doing is changing the dial from 0 until you reach 50%. And oh, that feels good. 60%. I'd like to be a little bit more over here. No, I like a little bit more over here. This energy feels good. That energy feels good. So what a beautiful teaching we've had. Tiffany says, my sword was a crystal encrusted scepter. Yeah. So we did something recently. Oh my gosh, Tiffany, was it in the Wishes Fulfilled group where we received our staff? We received, no, it was in the Oracle class because Merlin came and Merlin was like holding a staff and put it into our hands. And sometimes it was a scepter, sometimes it was a wand, sometimes it was a staff. And any form of that is very powerful. We're going to be doing stuff with that in Glastonbury. It's going to be definitely part of our work. I opened my eyes to a newly bloomed sunflower. Wow. Sunflowers are amazing beings. They, the center of a sunflower is the vortex of that brings that down into you. It's the tube torus. It's a sacred geometry. It's a flower of life. And the spiritual energy and power of that being is beyond belief. Many, many thanks. Bye, sweetie. Bye. Margan, hopefully you come back and listen to that. Awakening codes within me in live now moments. Ooh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. Chana Joy, so excited to be in Glastonbury with you and all ease and grace and fun and flow and divine alignment. Here we go. Exactly. So if you have a desire, since we just talked about wealth, since we talk about enrolling your intuitive body, all of you are already working with me to manifest your retreat. It's time to go take another step. Today is a very good step because the Jaguar energy will help you cross that, like cross into making your payment or buying your plane ticket or booking your hotel or whatever the next thing is for you to move it more into the realm. You also have the guidance through any fear, right? That's a very good thing. And the total sacred feminine love, right? Now, hi, Tom. I've been lying, drifting in sleep while listening. I will listen to all 3 parts again this week. Would love to come to England if I can make it work. My house move. Oh, wonderful. Well, listen, Tom, reach out to me. Anybody, if you want to, go to my website. There's lots of ways of getting a hold of us, but you can email Donna, ASST, @nanakasha.com. You can do support, but I don't see that one. Ask a question, ask for the logistics, ask for the itinerary, ask to speak. I'm happy to text with you. We can get on WhatsApp. It's 1222 right now. So what a beautiful time to wrap up. I'm happy to be here to help you with whatever it is. Could just be logistics. We've got several people flying through Dublin and getting on the same plane, arriving into Bristol. How fun is that? And also want to recommend that you do get there early if possible. Give yourself at least a day on either end if you can. The universe will rise to meet you, and use this connection to your intuitive body now. Use what we've done to connect you to a whole different level of every area of your life, manifesting a retreat and every other thing that you do in your life. This is going to create more ease, more clarity, more flow, more abundance, more growth, and maybe some breakdowns. Okay, maybe some breakdowns. I feel Nan pokes when doing this, uses these words to trigger. Yes, also gives us a different opportunity to move through it during these minutes. I was deeply gauging. It was so visceral and freeing. Good. Yes, I agree. You know, I've had times where I'll listen to one of my own processes because I do. I've listened to these now, and in my classes I'm doing with you live and with intuition, I will be repeating the process that comes through in every intuition class that we do with you. I want to be on the journey with you because together we create a really powerful cocoon through time and space, and we're going to be doing epic stuff. So I'm with you. I'm there doing it. And I've noticed it where I'm like, oh, it's bliss, it's peace, it's wonderful. And then I say something and it doesn't happen very often, but I've felt that where it's like, oh, I don't want to go back to that. Well, guess what that means? It means that there was a part of me that was there, that was needing that trigger, because you will literally not hear it on a future listening. Have you ever done that? I listened to that recording 7 times and then I didn't listen to it for a month. And now I listen to it and I heard stuff I've never heard before. You will hear that with these classes as well, right? Oh, Enza, it's so much fun to see you. I love you so much. MK, the idea of going into conversation with my business is so, so helpful. Thank you. It's very important. We should probably do something around that because a business is just like a person. It has a purpose, it has an entity, it has a spiritual design. It's a container that wants to attract the resources to bring its vision to life. And if you're the owner, or if you're one of the employees, or if you're the bank that funds that business, you are one of that business's resources. Isn't that cool? Yeah, we should do more of that. When I gag uncontrollably during a release, it's coming from a very deep place within me. That is a very deep place. And that's a trigger for me. So you made me kind of go, oh my, I'm really glad we got way down in there. Okay, so I know we've gone really long. I don't care. I love it. I love you guys so much. I love sharing this. I love being with you. I love the transformation that's possible for every single one of us in every way. I want to thank Morgane. If you do come back, I'm going to text her and tell her to go back and make sure I listen to my response. And what that opened up for us. What a beautiful opportunity. I love and welcome everybody's shares, because if you feel like, oh, I'm being negative, or oh, that didn't work for me, it's perfect to know it, right? So shop.nanakasha.com. Here is where you go, click to sign up for the summer camp. Here is the soul sessions that I have on sale. You can get 1, 2, 3. I highly recommend you can use them all through for a whole year. And if you feel a need to go deep, if you feel a need to reconnect, if you feel a need to get ready, if you feel a need to know your soul lineages, whatever it is you need, it will happen. It doesn't matter which session that you subscribe to. Okay. So I just wanted to remind you, I think it says it was over already. If the sale is there, go for it. In the meantime, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Celia. You're so welcome. Go be loved, go be loved, go be loved. Thank you. Thank you. Please subscribe. Please share. Please tell other people about my channel, about my website. Please tell me about shows that you think I could be on that would bring this wisdom and share more, so we could grow our community and grow our world of light, because not on my planet, baby. We're playing wealth, and it is so. And thank you, thank you, thank you. May this peace walk with us with every breath, every step, every touch, and every word. In Lakech Alakin, I am another you, you are another me. Namaste. You can see me. Thanks, Tom.